so?
There, this will be nice.
All right.
Hi.
Hi.
So does
Hello.
anybody have any
Here I am.
comments?
Shopping.
Okay.
So you have to do.
Shall we start?
Onion and.
Are we starting?
Yes,
Yes, you
Yeah.
can.
Okay. Warm up the pot.
so
Wait, can't-
onion, beet, carrots. Celery, so you can see how to cook. Stay on it, show them. Yeah, wait. Yeah. So. I am
Wonderful.
beginning preparing your ingredients. That's where I'm beginning.
Oh, no, you were supposed to have done that.
Oh.
Okay, I'm at warm the olive oil and put some salt in,
Oh, my goodness.
letting the pot warm up.
I'm
Anybody
still
else?
prepping. I'm still prepping vegetables.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing too. I'm also
Well, I-
preparing ingredients.
Thought we agreed we would have that all prepped before.
Shopping.
So we want it really small, we want small cubes.
But I-
Then. Yeah, two or three.
Okay.
But my beans and stock are made.
Yeah, me too. That's where I am too.
You're always ahead.
Clara?
Yes.
Olive oil.
Yes, olive oil. I'm just going to go get my olive oil. Didn't say how much. I guess it
doesn't say
doesn't
how
matter. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't.
John, if I'm using rosemary. And the pieces of rosemary, they're not very comfortable in the mouth. They don't taste very good. You know?
You're supposed to, the herbs are divided and one is chopped very fine and the other one is,
Yeah.
I put
Do
mine
you
in a
think it's,
bag.
is it too dry, your rosemary, or what?
No, it's fresh.
Is it too dry? It's fresh.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think, yeah, but when I use fresh rosemary, I always chuck it in. You have to remove it from the stems anyway, and chop
Yeah.
it fine, first part, and then you keep a couple of bundles that you could add at the end. But you know, rosemary sometimes it doesn't taste just like that, but it tastes when you cook it. You know,
Oh, all right.
sometimes it doesn't really taste so strong.
So you have to-
Especially now, it's almost it's kind of finished. You know now.
Oh, mine's good.
Here it's easy to find everywhere.
Can you say, Jean, can you say if we use, I don't have fresh herbs, if I have just dried herbs?
Yeah, you can use dried herbs. You know, the dried herbs you use less.
How much should I use?
Well, that you
Sure.
know, like yeah, it's in the beginning like that. So the dried herbs you will not put it at the second part, you know, to steep in, but you will just put it in the beginning. You can. That depends how much how big your pot is. You can use like one good teaspoon. You know, one heaped teaspoon.
When I put the
Altogether.
beans in.
Altogether, you're saying, John.
when you will start to add your vegetables, your onions, leeks, or whatever the vegetables, then you add in the beginning, you know, so you can saute it with the vegetables.
So I'll use a half a teaspoon because I'm using half the recipe. Good work.
I don't think he means a teaspoon of each, Ruth. I mean, I think it's a
Oh,
teaspoon
it was
altogether.
rosemary.
no?
Yes, it was here. It was. I said a teaspoon because
Yeah,
Ruth
good.
told me she wants to use dried rosemary.
I have it's all mixed. All my herbs are mixed
Oh,
together.
okay. I understand.
It's
Yeah, it's okay. Add various herbs. You know, I always mix them myself. I do my own mixtures also.
you use a half a teaspoon of
Yeah.
all.
Yeah, a teaspoon is good.
So we need a soup pot. Got it?
You know, it's,
How much of this much? I don't know. Yeah, you can do like half a carrot this one. This much?
Oh.
Hello, cut, yeah, yeah. I could put outside, I just stand there and watch it and. Lord, I can't do it. So what we're doing with these things, we're putting olive oil in the pot. And salt and adding the vegetables. Right. That's true. Are we doing this on a low flame or medium flame, high flame?
Or, you know, I think you start with a kind of high flame just for 2-3 minutes, and then after you have to lower the flame, because if you keep the flame too high too long, you know, it's too fast, and I think I don't like too high flames. You know, I generally I start with a high flame, and after a short, you know, 3-4 minutes, I lower the fire using a lower flame.
So you like the strong energy for a short time?
Yes,
And then
that's right.
I'm putting a fair amount of olive oil. Good amount. Hey, Jean, have you heard of a salt called Guéron?
No.
No.
What kind of?
The salt is from the east of France, Guéron. G-E-R-O-N-G.
Oh yeah, Guéron. Yeah. I understand what you say. Yeah, of course. I use that. That's what I use. That's what we use here in Concord. Yeah.
And is it
C'est
great?
Guéron.
Yeah. And is it
Yeah.
great?
So
or
there are
is it white?
there is one which is quite gray and so gray. Yeah, because they put the salt on bed of clay. You know, the salt marshes have clay, and so when the sea comes, you know, of course, they open the gates, so the sea comes up, and then they close it, and then it dries out. So part of the grayness is due to clay particles in the salt.
So just one or two, because you have the water.
Jean, do you live in Israel? Where do you live, Jean?
I live in Switzerland.
Oh, Switzerland.
Now I'm in today because I'm in London, but I'm living in Switzerland.
Yeah.
John, about this salt, do you get the raffiné or do you get the gros?
What do you mean? Oh, no, I always use, yeah, of course, I use unrefined salt, always unrefined. I think it's very important.
Is it
Because-
gros? Is it particles? Is it?
And so, yeah, okay, I use both fine and coarse salt,
not
but I
coarse?
use always unrefined salt,
Yes,
always.
yes,
I never touch refined salt.
right.
From, you know, I use all sorts of salts, come, you know, from France, from Portugal, from Spain.
Mhm.
I use salt from Germany, from the rocks, Himalayan
But,
salt.
a friend of mine here in Israel found this Givon salt. So I thought that was a great opportunity.
Where did you find it?
She found it, you know, I don't know how to say, it's a grocery store up near here.
Ah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
I don't
haven't been there
remember
yet. to look for it.
John, in the video, you took a pot top and covered inside the
Quite strong,
pot
the
the
salt de Guéron. It's
vegetables.
quite a strong.
In the instructions here, you don't talk about that. Is that important? Did you understand?
It looks like he's frozen.
Oh,
Sorry,
It
your
is.
voice was broken. It's me. The voice was
Were
broken,
you
so I
able to
didn't
hear what I
understand.
said?
Now.
Did you hear me?
No, not completely. Yeah, now I can hear you, yeah.
John, in the video, when you did the video, you covered the
Yes.
vegetables with a pot top. Is that important?
Yes, that's right, that's right. Yes, because you
if
see,
you
what you do when you do a double, you lower the flame, and you could, if you don't have a smaller lid, you can use baking paper, a round of baking paper. You know, you cut it and you put it on top of your vegetables. So the steam of the vegetables comes up, hits the paper, and fall back into the yeah, that's right. You can just put it in your pot like that, and this will fall back. The water will fall back into your vegetables.
Okay. I cover. I cover. Oh, and add carrots. Whoops. Add carrots now, or you let the other
But
vegetables
that's you
cook?
are doing the vegetables, yeah. You're not
Yeah,
pre-cooked.
I put the carrots in a long time ago.
Oh, well, you're
Because
ahead of me.
It just says do the onions for a few minutes and then put the leeks and everything and then the carrots. It says just stir them and then put the carrots in.
Which are more watery, like the onions, leeks, or what celery. Vegetables are some vegetables are more watery than others, and then you then add after when they get water, you add carrots or the
Oh, when it
vegetable
gets
with,
water. See that? That was too soon.
because the water comes out of the onions. You see, if you put first carrots, it's not enough water in them.
Too late.
Doesn't matter if you didn't do that.
The carrots are already in. See that, Ruth? I shouldn't have done that. Okay,
Mine
I
You
should
just
have
make
waited
sure
a little.
the
was
flame is
enough
low.
for mine.
What?
Mine was enough just with the steam.
Okay,
Yes.
the cover, soften. Now, in the video, you put the tomatoes at the very end, and here in the instructions, you put it in now.
No, you cook the carrots a little bit before you put the tomatoes in. See, it
Yeah.
says
Yeah, you
good.
see now you see while we had the video, when we had it was like 3 weeks ago, it was still the kind of warm weather. Now at least here the weather have really changed, and now we're here in this latitude, we are completely in the autumn. So
Yeah, starting here too.
you even to start to cook your things a bit longer, you see. Because it's the weather have really changed, so you can put the tomatoes in the beginning, yeah,
With the carrot,
because the weather
or let the
with the
carrots
carrots,
soften.
well, a little bit. First, you see tomatoes are acid, they have acidity, and that prevents the other vegetables to cook through. So first you have to let them cook for a while, and then you
Okay.
add tomatoes, which is a little bit acid.
So there's nothing else to do, just let it cook.
Yeah, if you cut all your vegetables, you let it gently, you add them, stew them for a few moments, and you have your beans ready.
Yes, the beans are ready.
I'm so excited to use the herbs, because like you, Claire, I don't have much experience.
When you divided the herbs, the ones that you tied together, I put in my bag. When do you put
Yeah,
that
that's
in?
good. That you will
When-
put that after in the when your soup will be, or stew will be almost ready, towards the end. So you steep it in for maybe, because it's in the bag, maybe you need like 10 good 15 minutes before you finish the soup. If you put them raw, you need 4 or 5 minutes. But because in the bag they will need a little bit
Go
more
through the
time
bag.
to diffuse.
So when you put the beans in, should we cut up the kombu and put it in as well?
Oh yeah, the kombu, of course, yeah. If you are not afraid of it, yes, it's good to put the kombu.
Yeah,
Okay.
well, it's beautiful.
Oh, I'm so excited. to do the-
Well, you're putting the beans in already?
Yeah, I'm just moving along because I've spent so much time in the kitchen already today.
And the carrots are already all soft?
Yeah, they've been in for quite a while. They've been in for about 10 minutes.
Oh. Okay.
Just hope the beans are soft enough.
Mine are nice. I pressure cooked my beans for an hour. They're super soft.
Yeah, I have a little issue with my pressure cooker.
I don't know why. Sorry.
No, I didn't mean you. I meant my pressure cooker, and
Oh,
I'm not talking about your pressure cooker.
okay.
But I'm taking very good care of your pressure cooker. Yeah, the beans, hopefully. Yeah, they're okay.
The chopped
here-
parsley
Do I put
also goes in at the very end?
the bay leaf, do I put into the stew?
Yeah, it's good.
I threw mine out
Yeah,
already.
yeah, you
No, another one, Claire.
can do that.
I could get another one, right?
You cannot, bay leaves, they will not dissolve.
No, very hard. Put that in later. So should the carrots be like medium hard before I put anything else in? Um,
I didn't
Yeah,
taste.
they can do partly tender.
Tender?
That's yeah, partly.
Pardon?
They can do they can do a little bit, semi-soft, little bit chewy.
Great.
This is so exciting.
They're more hard. They're good. Medium hard.
Yeah,
Okay.
you can wait.
Again? Look at a little longer?
You can wait a little bit. You have the time. Yeah, yes, of
Okay.
course.
Okay.
During the squash, adding more salt.
You're way ahead, Ruth. Okay.
Moving along here. Oh,
What?
you add the beans, then you put the squash right in, and then you put on it says to put.
Because the squash doesn't. If you put it too early, it will kind of dissolve. That depends on how your squash is. But
Okay.
if you cook it too long, then it become all mushy, and you don't want that. You want to have a
Exactly,
little
but
bit crunchiness.
it says right after you put the squash in, then you
Are
add
we
the
talking, is this squash or do you mean zucchini?
zucchini.
Zucchini, summer squash.
But then right away, can I just finish my question? Right away, you put on
Yeah,
the vegetable stock.
Yeah, that's right. Because if you have to put some vegetable stock, even if you put on all of it, you have to put some vegetable stock once you have put the beans. So like that, because if not, it will catch to your pot. So even if you just can put maybe, just about enough to cover. You put the
Just to
beans,
cover.
then you put a little bit, enough to cover.
And then you
Okay.
cook it without covering it now.
No, yes, that's right. Because you can if you leave it a long time, but if you uncover it, enough liquid evaporate, so you have more of a stew. If not, you risk to have more of a soup. But by uncovering it, it reduces like that.
Okay.
Earlier in the preparation with the beans, you said to drain the beans and save the bean water. What do you use the bean water for?
Yeah, so the bean water, you can use it in the stew itself,
what?
some of it,
Ginat, you hear this?
or you
Ginat,
can, or you can use it. You can keep it, for a couple of days, and use some to do it in another soup or something. Or I don't like to throw things, I
me
don't like,
too.
I don't like to throw things, especially from the kitchen. So I always make use of it somehow.
I
How
also
about the,
thought,
how about
I
the,
also thought to use it. Ginat thought it would be too gassy because it's from the beans.
No, no,
just
if,
kidding,
if
just
it's
kidding.
if they are well cooked, you remove all the foam from the beans.
I did. Yeah,
When you cook them, then it should be okay.
So I have
And then you have put the kombu, all these fruits.
good.
what is the purpose of not covering it right now?
You just said to
You know,
reduce it.
Because like that, well, you can cover it or a jar, just a little bit not completely. So you allow an excess moisture to evaporate a
Okay,
little bit.
okay.
So it becomes more stewy, you see.
You know what I don't see? I have all this parsley, chopped up parsley, but I don't see when to use the chopped up parsley.
Or you will do that at the end,
Yeah.
at the very end. Not now, the parsley, you don't want to cook
Right.
it. When your stew will be ready, you put it at the end. It gives you greenness. It gives.
So, so you don't add the beans right after the tomatoes. You let the tomatoes cook.
Yes, you cook the tomatoes.
You can do it after. Fry cook.
Then all the vegetables would be right.
John, I have a question. Would you never cook parsley as a cooking or always a garnish? Is there something?
No, you could use, so you see, if my parsley is very fresh, I prefer to use it as a garnish or like when the stew is finished, you cook it just half a minute. If the parsley is a little bit old and not bad, but a little bit, then you just cook it. It's okay to cook it because if not, it come all gray, and so you lose the liveliness of it. You see.
Yes.
So
It was in the stock, wasn't it? You put some in
the
the stock.
parsley stock, the
Yeah.
stems from the parsley go in the stock.
Oh, I didn't know that. I put them in the
No,
trash.
I didn't. Yeah, I
Well-
didn't either.
Oh, yeah, you don't throw, we throw the meat, in my house, in my life, I tend with my wife, we are minimalist garbage. We have practically nothing to throw. We have a little bag like that every week. Very little. Everything is
Very
recycled.
good.
Of course, in
You froze again? No.
recycle a lot, but we recycle everything. And the parsley can be cooked in a stock. I don't throw things, I compost it or I do something with it.
Look what a beautiful soup this is.
Oh, yes. You see, that's good. You see, they are melting, properly. Yeah.
Well-
You have a very big pot. Are you cooking for several people?
No, I'm not gonna fill it. It's just what I have.
You're doing it in a frying pan,
No, no.
Lois?
Wow, Lois, you're muted. Unmute yourself. It's a wok. She's using a wok.
Yeah, wok. I saw that.
Unmute yourself.
You still can't hear you.
gotta unmute your,
Oh, I'm doing it in my walk,
Yeah, I saw that.
but I have a cover.
Yeah, that's okay. It's good in a walk. If you have nothing else, that's fine.
Yeah.
I use, I have a wok. I use it often as a pan. You can do all sorts of things in it.
my veggies are boiling away.
You have it on simmer?
Oh, it's supposed to be on simmer? Well, I've covered it already with the whatever you call it, the soup, the stock.
Stop.
So it's got the beans in it and the stock in it. It's very liquidy. Want to see?
Yes.
See if I can. Can you
Yes,
see?
that's why you have no cover for yourself, because if not, it's too much liquid. It's quite liquidy, so you can reduce it.
Well, shouldn't I have made the stock then with less liquid?
No, it's okay.
No,
Like
you
it's a
save-
stock what you are
You don't
showing.
have to use all your stock. You
No,
save
it's
some
good.
of it
You
for.
use what you need. It's what you showed me is a stock, is it?
Yeah, it's everything, the
Oh,
vegetables.
Yeah, it looks very good.
Okay. So the rest of the stock I put in a jar and I put in the refrigerator.
Yeah.
It's the first time I've ever made stock.
Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah, oh, okay. It keeps absolutely very well in a refrigerator. Yes.
So the leftover herbs, fresh herbs that I have, shall I leave them out so they'll begin to dry?
Show it to me.
So I have
Yeah.
thyme and oregano and sage and various herbs. And I'll keep them out on the shelf. I don't refrigerate them.
It's just gonna dry
You
them.
could hang it up with a string to dry them. You know, tie it with a
Yes.
string and hang it
Yeah, yeah.
somewhere.
I dry if I have like that, I put them in a brown paper bag and dry them.
Okay, I have that.
It's been 5 minutes for my tomatoes.
Just bear with me. I have to.
Gonna need a lot of cooking to reduce this.
You could drain some of it out. You don't have to keep cooking it. That's what I did the first time I made it, Ruth.
Yeah,
I
you
just-
take a ladle and then you take some out and you keep
Yeah.
it for something else, for another soup or something.
Like
You see?
soup. I could eat it for dinner.
Oh, boy. Okay, add the beans.
This bean water.
Very colorful.
It's really pretty.
Okay, add the beans. They're in the wash. How do you know how much salt you need to add? How do you know you need more
What
salt?
do you mean?
After you put in the squash, it says add more salt.
Yes, because you have to test it, of course. Because each time you add something, you take the salt off, you take the saltiness away. You see, each time you add something, you have to adjust the seasoning.
You know what would be pretty in here? Corn.
Mm.
Corn would look good.
Yeah, it's a fall thing and corn's done.
What? It's done? Beans and corn go together so nicely.
What? But corn is done. Isn't it?
I don't know. They had corn last week.
Oh.
And a little salt.
Why do we take the seeds out of the tomatoes?
You know, the seeds are the most acid part of the tomatoes. They are
Ah,
very, so it's much sweeter. You know, it's much sweeter if
Okay.
you, yeah.
I used dried
You use it.
tomatoes, but I took the seeds out.
Oh, I think I'm done.
Uncovered. Well,
It
you
goes,
have to cover it in order for the zucchini to cook, or can it be?
yeah, that's the thing.
Can it be, can you see it? I don't know if you could see it. Can
Well,
it be
you-
just,
Yeah,
what?
you have to, it looks like you need to add a little more liquid in your
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Bring it to a boil, or you don't need to?
Yeah, you know, even if you bring it to a boil, yeah, first, but after you always
These
lower
we
the
want
flame.
to dry.
I didn't,
Dry.
I didn't
They
understand.
said
Should I
you
bring,
know, to bring it to a boil again. Yes, but
bring it
after
to a
you
boil?
lower the, you know, because
Okay.
it's very young to use always high fire. So I like
Yeah.
to use
No, I don't usually use high. but- How long are we cooking this?
Until it's reduced.
Hmm.
I don't know. I don't.
Well, that was quick. Preparing everything ahead takes takes all the time.
Exactly. And then you're supposed to throw out all the vegetables from the stock.
I didn't.
What are you gonna
He
do
would-
with it?
I'm not gonna say because he won't agree.
But tell me, he won't, he's
I'm
not.
gonna put it in my miso soup.
Yeah.
This like open this table.
How you doing, Arlene? You're muted. I couldn't hear if you answer.
I'm
How you
doing,
doing?
good. I just put my beans in and my vegetables.
Okay. And add a little salt. Taste to see if you need salt.
I haven't gotten to that part yet. I want to mix it in.
Oh, we get to see you.
Oh,
This is so exciting.
Um, What's her name? Mike's wife. What's your name? I forgot.
Maria,
Maria.
Huh.
Maria, are you cooking? Are you cooking? Are
just
you
mute,
muted?
Maria,
What?
you,
Oh, she's muted.
Yeah.
Muted.
Yeah.
You
You
have
have
to unmute. Push the button to unmute.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Hi, Clara.
Hi.
I
Hi,
have the
Ruth.
luxury of seeing and making note of it.
oh, that is delicious, wow. Oh, that is really good. Oh, that's the
tasted
best
it?
soup I made, that's delicious, all those herbs, wow, so rich.
Did you put more herbs in at the end?
Here. I have them tied up, I'm just gonna.
Yeah,
put
like
them
that.
for
It's perfect. Like that.
just for a minute.
I don't know if it needs it.
Oh, wow, that is really good. And you want to hear a funny story, everyone? I have a friend
Really
here.
good.
I have a friend who wanted to give me a gift. And she called me up yesterday and she said, I made you a bean soup.
oh,
Well, and I went
Oh.
over today and I got it and it was tasteless. It was like water with hard beans in it. There was no flavor.
Oh, how
Couldn't eat it.
terrible.
I threw the whole thing out.
Oh,
This is excellent. That's amazing.
Yeah, the herbs really do a lot.
Wow. What a list. No, I shouldn't say I threw it out in case she listens to the video. It was delicious. I shared it with my neighbors.
Your lucky neighbors.
Yeah. These would be lucky neighbors.
I especially went and bought a thyme plant so I would have time.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, I went to the grocery store. I went to 2 stores. Find all
No,
this
no,
stuff.
I didn't buy the thyme. I bought the plant.
Oh, the
I
plant.
planted
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
And this does not have tamari. I use tamari almost everywhere and it's only salt. It's so delicious.
Yes, unusual to make something without tamari or sugar.
So I think I'm done. I'll take out the herbs.
The zucchini's finished? You not, your zucchini's finished?
Who's all that talking coming from?
Oh, the peanut gallery.
I think, look, I don't know. I can't tell who's talking.
Oh, it's Lois on the phone, maybe.
Yeah. Lois, can you mute?
I don't know.
I think it
No,
was
it's
here.
not
No, no, I think it was
Sorry,
here.
Lois, it's not her.
No,
No.
it's here.
You're not, it's you talking?
It's my assistant. It's so delicious. I think I'm done. Jean, you're a master. Excellent.
That was the quickest we've ever done anything.
Right.
I know. Well, that's
Oh,
because we're
lemon rinds.
doing it.
Le-
I spent a
Lemon
lot of
rinds. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, I mean, 2 pages of directions and it went.
It's a lot.
Yeah. Wow, that was really good. I think we're done.
Sound
I'm
like
gonna
it's all
use
gone.
the bean liquid I'm gonna
I
use
have-
for my miso soup. I think I'm gonna turn mine off.
Wow, it's Is it
About,
still be liquidy at the end?
it's a soup. It's a stew.
It's a-
You don't want the liquid, you could drain it off.
No,
Or
I'm
you
not
could-
I'm just asking. What's
You-
what's it supposed to look like at the end?
Ruth, you could use a hand blender and thicken it up if you want it stewier.
Yeah,
Well,
you don't, you always keep, if you have too much of it, you just keep it for something else. You mustn't discard it.
No, but I'm wondering, what is the goal? What is the
Does it look like a stew or a soup at the
Yeah,
end?
you see, the whole thing is how much, when you add the stock, you just have, I'm careful with what I do. So I always add things. I don't pour things, you add also, okay, I have enough. You maybe add a small quantity. Then you can always add more, but it's more difficult when you have too much liquid. So it's better to add little by little. You see?
You could, there was some
And
point
then if
in
you have too
the-
much liquid, it doesn't, keep it aside.
There was a point in the recipe where he said you could mush up the beans. I forgot the word for it.
That's right. Because what you can do this, you take some before to add all your beans, you take some out and you just mash them, with a machine or with a potato masher. And then this gives a body to your stew. And if you have forgotten that, you can even take some of the vegetables and blend them a little bit, them to a puree with the beans, and re-add that to your stew. And that gives the stew a very good consistency.
Oh, that's what Ginat was saying. Or I could maybe use a masher.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. I use a potato masher. I don't like too much.
Well, I'm gonna
John-
make rice to go
John,
with mine.
these are,
My zucchini is still hard, very hard.
Well, how little did you make it? I made mine really small.
so John, these are
Can
the
you see?
vegetables from my soup stock.
Small.
Oh yeah, that's good. But you can't do much, if your stock is finished, your vegetables they have really no nutritive value anymore.
So just throw those away, compost.
See, he's telling everybody to compost. Or save it for me and bring it to my compost.
Oh, I have a compost.
Not gonna happen.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna use this instead of the blender.
Yeah, like that. Exactly. Very, very good. Yes.
Jean, I've been cutting my vegetables in cubes all week, practicing the knife skills. It's made a huge difference. Incredible.
Huh.
What's wonderful.
That's
I
great.
tried to learn this before, in macrobiotic classes and just
Oh
cutting.
yeah.
I
Yes.
didn't have the patience, but the way you showed us the other day, it was very simple with the round vegetables and the cuts on the carrots and things. Is a beautiful presentation. It's really helped me. I really thank you.
Wow, I'm gonna have to look at the video.
Yeah.
Yes, it makes, and it
Yes.
doesn't take any more
Yes.
time, does it, Jean?
Yes.
The opposite, huh?
Yes. The onions, what did your voice is broken.
Mine?
No, your voice is fine.
Okay.
Maybe he didn't hear though.
Lisa, where do you live?
I live in Los Angeles. It's early in the morning. It's not time for bean stew, but I'm listening to every word, and it's helping because I was there the other day. So it's two times the recipe
Watch.
plus the
Yeah.
pack recipe. And
Not time for yes. Too late
Well,
for- it's too late.
cooking in general right now. I'm cleaning my kitchen as I listen to you, which is very related.
Did I ask you where you lived in LA?
Hollywood Hills, the Hollywood Hills.
In the
Right
valley?
above, no, right above Hollywood. Like it's kind of between Studio City and Hollywood, and between Burbank and Hollywood.
My
Cahuenga
parents
Pass.
lived in my parents lived in Mount Olympus. Used to
Oh,
go visit them
yes.
there. Yeah.
Yeah, Laurel Canyon. I'm like about 3 or 4 miles east of Mount Olympus. It's beautiful there.
Yeah. It was.
Yeah, the mountain range. It's so beautiful.
Oh. Something happened.
Well, I think
did
he's
John
probably
do?
coming back on.
Yeah. I just let him in. I don't know how he got lost. Hi, welcome back.
Yes. I saw for some reason I was cut.
I moved me.
All right. then.
Anybody's making bread?
I'm making
Yeah.
challah for Shabbat.
You're making what?
Mhm.
Challah for Shabbat.
Oh, challah. No, I meant the bread that he showed us to go with the bean stew
No.
that he showed.
I'm making
Because
rice. I'm making not macrobiotic rice.
How could it be not macrobiotic?
Yeah, what's that?
Well, it just seems like white rice would go nicely. Because I did not soak my brown rice, so I'm making white rice.
Mhm.
Well, so the other thing I was doing this morning, though it's not related to the bean stew, is some some people talk about throwing things out. My neighbors threw out tons of grape leaves and grapes in their trash bin. And I went flying down there and got as much as I could. And I've been brining grape leaves to make wada abish and
Wow.
eating the grapes, stuffed grape leaves. I'm gonna be so I've been really busy with grapes and grape leaves and trying to get these things out of the trash because then the trash collectors came. So
Oh,
I'll
you're my
ask.
spirit sister.
Oh, I am, and I'll ask them if they cut them or did they get rid of them so that next year I can get ahead of this trash bin.
So
So
when
I
do
got-
we, when
I
do
got
we,
a lot of,
I just want to
Okay.
ask about the recipe. When do we put the parsley in?
Just
When
before
it's
you eat.
almost finished. When it's almost finished, you will add it to it. When you see your stew is ready to serve, about 5 minutes before, and you can stir it in, and you keep a little bit to add on as a garnish.
Okay, but I'm only gonna eat a little bit now. I'll be eating most of it in future
Oh yeah,
days.
so don't. So it's very important you say that, because then you keep the garlic and then the parsley, and you put it only later, because you will rewarm your stew or
Right,
something. Then you can add it. So you only add the parsley to the part of the stew you are going to eat it. So you
Okay.
can just fold it into your bowl.
Okay, good, thank you.
say that. So Rebecca, oh, no, Lisa, I meant Lisa. A friend of mine also gave me a lot of grapes, and I couldn't eat them all. So I took them and I froze them. And
Yes.
It's not
Oh.
macrobiotic to eat frozen grapes.
That's for
but,
New Year's. New Year's
yeah.
in Spain, they eat frozen grapes.
Really?
Yeah, that's their
Well,
custom. As many
I
as they
didn't know
can.
Where did they
Very
do, where
pretty.
did they do that? Did you
Very
say
pretty, Rebecca.
Spain,
Wait,
Jeanette?
can we go on topic, please? Rebecca's showing what she cooked.
Yeah, it's very pretty, Rebecca. Very nice.
That looks nice. That
Oh,
looks
yes.
like stew.
Is that too
You
thick?
guys could take pictures and
Wait
post
me,
it on
I
the
have-
WhatsApp group.
Mine still looks too very soupy. I put in too much of the.
My zucchini's still not ready.
Well, any further questions? Kudos, Jean. Merci, merci beaucoup.
My zucchini is taking a very long time to cook. I don't know.
I think it's too big, maybe.
I thought I cut it small. I don't
Mine's
know.
about.
Yeah, that depends.
It
You
was
can
a green
speed up the.
zucchini. What?
Or you can speed up the flame a little bit, and then just boil it for a while, and then you will see it, and you cover
It's
it then.
bubbling.
Yeah,
I'll just
or cover
patiently
it.
wait.
Yeah, cover it.
Cover it? But then the won't evaporate.
Yeah, but that will help just a few minutes to help
Okay.
the zucchinis to cook.
Okay. 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 We thank you very much for this recipe. It was a winner.
Yeah,
Mm.
that's right. When Clara says it's.
For
winter,
joining us.
And yeah,
And for
thank you
joining
for
us,
being
yeah.
with us.
Thank you.
Step by step.
Really, yeah, it's really
Lovely.
nice.
Thank you so much. Such an intuitive brain plus experience in science.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Usually we're on for 2 hours. This is way too short.
Did all the prepping.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Oh, prepping.
Kind of thing.
Oh, it's good.
But I learned something.
Do you ever freeze any of your food? Just curious.
I don't.
Jean,
Sorry.
do you, if you have too much food and you can't
Ah,
eat
if I
it up,
freeze it.
You do freeze?
No, well, a bean stew like that, it's not so good to freeze.
Oh,
Because it doesn't come so nice. But you know, you can keep it at least 2 days, 2 good days in the fridge, you know, in a refrigerator. I don't like too much to freeze food. I like to freeze uncooked food, yes. But cooked food, I don't like too much to freeze it. You see, sometimes I may cook it like for an emergency. But you know, freezer or electric energy influences the food a lot. So I prefer not
Bread
to
and
do it.
cookies. How does yours look, Peanut?
Mine looks great. It's beautiful.
okay.
You
Take
show it to
pictures,
us?
take photos. Too bad we can't take photos of taste.
Janelle, I put something in the chat for you. I just asked something off topic.
Okay, that's right.
Yeah.
Yes, I did.
Spain.
España.
Yeah.
España.
Okay. Thank you, dear.
Mhm.
So anybody, anything, any last words?
Come again.
We're
Yeah.
done?
Great.
Just
Well-
many thanks and see you in Concord.
Yeah,
Oh,
maybe you
very
have to
good,
come over.
Lisa.
Yes.
You're
And
going,
then
Lisa?
come
At some
Yes, you have-
point, it's definite.
Going where? Where are you going?
Where he
Oh.
teaches Concord.
Concord.
Yeah,
In London.
Yes.
In London.
Oh,
if you
Yes,
travel
you-
to London, do contact us. Absolutely. I have a quite, if you look on the curriculum of the website of Concord, you will see there are quite a large number of cooking programs I am running with my team, you know. So yes, and
And-
then we have beginners, middle, and very advanced also, where you know, very advanced ones. So it's
What would
for
you call
everyone.
the stew? What would you call the
Yeah.
stew? A beginner, medium? Where would you put the stew in the
The
levels?
stew, in the middle, you know, in the middle. You know, in the middle. So for some people, you know, so I have actually a class called Art in a Pot. You know, it's a every Monday the heart in a pot, and then we teach. That's where we teach this kind of things. You know, one pot meal. You know, one pot meal, very quick. We teach people how to cook in 1 hour, and so they're very simple, rich recipes. So yeah, the stew could go in that category, but I can make a very advanced version of it. You know,
Wow.
more healing version. You know, because for me, every meal we cook, I think has a healing quality. I don't cook just for fun. I think I cook for the well-being. You know, to support your health, to support your life. You know, when we are in the kitchen, we create life. We don't just cook, you know, for the sake for. Of course, we can have fun and enjoy it, but we have to nourish. We nourish more than the body. So that's what we are trying to teach in the cooking classes. So if you come to London, you have to plan. Oh, okay, you have to look. You know, you could have a travel to London plus coming to see if it fits in the calendar. There is the right dates for a cooking class. Yeah, you
Yeah.
are all welcome.
Thank you.
I'm going to be there somewhere between November and January. I am coming to England and I'll be in London. So I will look and see what I
Oh
can
yeah,
do.
you look, yes. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. In
Then
November,
Lisa, you have to
I
teach
have
us
a
after.
small series. In November, we have small series, and then 11th of November, we have 1 day an atelier de cuisine. Yeah, we have plenty. So you just look.
I will do.
All right.
Yeah.
And Jean, if we can encourage you to come back and teach again in our forum, another 6 months, if you want to present, you're
Yes.
certainly welcome.
Yeah, another season, yeah, another kind of cooking.
Yeah, that would be wonderful.
Okay,
Very
Great.
good.
all right,
You all,
okay.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you
Bye-bye.
all.
Yeah,
bye-bye.
thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.